Hi, my name is Afan Lagari, and today we will look at how to implement Google's free website call conversion tracking. So if you're running AdWords campaigns and one of your main call to actions is like you're asking users to call you on a number, which is like very common for most local businesses, then you must track calls. And it amazes me to see how many businesses uh, now even nowadays are not tracking calls, which is very important to track. And there are premium software and premium tools available which you can use. But if your clients have a low budget, then this is an option as well. You can use Google's free call conversion tracking. And even though this call conversion tracking option has been available for quite some time, it's a bit complex and many businesses are like not sure how to use it really. And this is why I decided to make this free video to show you how you can use this very easy in like 10 minutes. You can set this up. Okay. So we will look at this step by step and just follow me and you will be done in like 10 minutes. So the first step is to set up a new conversion goal inside AdWords. Let's go into AdWords and I'm using the old interface here. We go into the tools and then the conversions page. And here we click the plus conversion red button to create a new conversion action. There are quite a few options. If you have been here before, most likely you would have used the website conversion, but this time we are going to select phone calls here. And again, there are multiple types of phone call conversions you can track. And right now we are interested in tracking the phone number that calls to the number that appears on our landing page. So we will select the second option here, calls to a phone number on your website. And we click continue. Now we have like the regular options to set up the goal. You can name it anything. If you've got multiple numbers on multiple pages, like you can also track them, but you can track only one number on a given page. So I just name this conversion, and it's a good practice to enter a value. Even if you don't have a dollar value, you can set a value without a currency, like a points. And this call length is important. So by default, this conversion action is set to count calls only when they last more than 60 seconds. And a lot of businesses have voicemail, or they might, like, for whatever reason, the calls might end before 60 seconds. So I recommend usually setting this to 30 seconds at least, at most usually. And there's also a place inside AdWords where we can view calls less than whatever is set here. Okay, so any calls that come, any unique calls that come which last more than 30 seconds will be counted as a conversion. And for those which are less than this value will not be counted as a conversion. This is important to know. Okay. Because sometimes you might be getting phone calls, but your client is like putting them onto voicemail and they will not get counted as a conversion. So you must know this. Let's leave the other options as default and save and continue. Okay, again, a good reminder from Google that this option to use Google's forwarding numbers to track phone calls from your website is available only in certain countries. Thankfully, it's available in the US, UK, Australia, Canada, and most of those countries, so you can use them. Okay, if you scroll down, like Google tells you 3 steps, 1, 2, 3, and this setup is a bit complex. So we will just copy this code that Google gives us here in step 1. Okay, in step 1 there are 2 options. There is this option, enter your phone number as it appears on your website, and we will leave this as it is, like the default. Okay, don't enter a number. We just copy the code from here. Okay. and I'm just going to copy the code from there and paste it into my notepad file. Okay, and this is step 2 actually. Like, we copy the code and we have to edit it slightly. So let's see what we have to edit in the code. This is the code I copied, and we just need to add one line of code here after the first line. Okay, so you just copy this code. You can just note it from the video, write it down, and copy it and paste it here. And don't forget to like edit the phone number here. The phone number here should be your phone number. So this one in our case. Okay, this is important. We have to add this line of code, because if you don't add this line of code, then you have to go through the complex Google's recommended setup, which requires editing the HTML code in multiple places on your web page. Okay, so you just edit this code, and now we have the modified code. In the third step, we have to insert the modified conversion code on the website pages. Let's do that. I'm using Instapage landing page builder. If you're using, if you're familiar with this one, you will understand what I'm doing. If not, you can use, like, you can go into whatever CMS or landing page builder software you're using and go and add this tag that we made here into the head section of your website pages. If you're not sure what this means, maybe you can hire a programmer, a web developer, and give him the code, this code, and tell him to add this code onto in the head section of all your website pages. Okay. In Instapage, we do this like this. I'll just copy the code from here, paste it here, and now I will save this. And I'm going to update the live version of this page. Okay, I'm just going to make sure that this is here intact. Okay, it is. Okay, so we have done this step. We added the modified conversion code on our website pages. Now the fourth step is to create a call extension with the same number and use in your campaign. And if you go back into Google, you can see when we click the done button here at the bottom, you will see a pop-up here that you're almost finished, not yet. So we have to go to call extensions, and we have to create a new call extension for this exact number and use in our campaign. So I'm going to create a new call extension here. New phone number, and I will copy this one from here. Set the country here, whatever country you are in. Now the important part here is you must leave this call reporting on. Okay, otherwise this might not work for you. Okay, so we leave the call reporting on. This is the default option, and this means Google will also track phone calls to this call extension when it appears with your ad. If you want to set times when this extension appears, you can set it up here in the scheduling section and leave this checkbox as it is, count calls as conversions. Okay, and save this. And then it is not yet saved, so we have to click this save here. Okay. And it's pending review. So Google usually checks if your web page or website has this number, or if your website is connected to the AdWords account using Google Search Console. They will usually approve this. If not, that might be an option. There might be an error for that as well. But anyway, so now we have created the call extension with the same number, and now we are going to use it in the campaign. So you go into your campaign. Okay, now I'm inside. Like, from here, you see I have got this, like, all the campaigns here. I will go into my campaign here, go into the add extensions tab. We are already in the call extensions menu here, and you add this call extension in this campaign and remove others. So this is the one we just added, 2233, this one. I'm going to add this here, and then we save it. And here below you can see, when you're in the call campaign extension, you can see this appearing here. That means this is the extension that is set up to appear in this campaign. Okay. Now we will test the code and see if it's working or not. So this is there are three ways basically to test this. Okay, the first is Google's Tag Assistant Chrome extension. This is a Chrome extension. If you don't have this, go into Google, type Google Tag Assistant, and you will see this extension. You can go here and install this extension in your Chrome browser. So you will see something like this. Okay. Now go on your landing page and enable this, and then refresh the page. And now you can see, if you look at here, you can see the figure 1 here, which means Google's Tag Assistant found one tag here, and you can see the tag it found is website call matrix. So this is one sign that this is working for you. Okay, so this is one sign that the code is working. Another option is a small browser hack in Chrome. Let's see what it is. So whatever landing page you have, at the end of your landing page URL, type this #google-wcc-debug, and then press enter. And you can see now at the bottom left of my screen, you can see this small box that has popped up. Click on the force button here, and wow, you can see now that the number changed to 9999999. Okay, if you see here, the number previously was 888 number, and after I click the force button, it changed to 9999999, and this means the code is working. Okay, so this is the second check. And finally, the best way I would recommend is, like, you should create a brand campaign in AdWords for your brand keywords, or for any keywords that are cheap, and you go into Google and type your keywords there, look at your ad that appears there, click on the ad in real time, go to your web page and look at the number there. Is it changing in real time or not? That is the best test. And even I would recommend you go ahead and call that number, move ahead, call the number. It will connect to your client and or whatever, whoever is receiving the phone, and then you that way you can test if everything is working fine. Okay, and then you can also see if the number is counting this as a conversion or not. Okay. And finally, keep an eye on call details tab, call details section in the dimensions tab. So let's see what it is. If you go into dimensions here, you can see a lot of options here. Click on this and select call details from here. Okay, if there are any calls from your website, then they will appear here. Okay. So even if there are short calls, they might appear here like this. If you check this, so you will see the start time of the call, the end time, the date, and the status as well, like was the call missed, was it received, the duration of the call, the caller area code. The downside of using AdWords call conversion tracking is you won't see the full caller area, caller number. Okay, so you won't see, this is because of Google's privacy policies, they won't show you the full number here. Secondly, you won't be able to track record calls, which is a good option in some cases.